Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So, Hot Wheels Ultra Hots. I know, not the most popular Hot Wheels series out there, but they are store exclusives, only offered at Target. And if your Targets are anything like mine, they're either still sitting on 2022 product, which my stores are currently still sitting on a ton of 2022 Ultra Hots, or over the last 2-3 weeks, I know a lot of the stores have been getting hit with Sidekick displays. And again, if your stores are like mine and the collectors in your areas are just like mine, they've been picked through, the second store opens, basically the big three out of the set. You got the Porsche 934.5, the Honda Civic EM1 SI, the Nissan Silvia S14 drift car, and then I guess you could say big four. You also got the Nissan Z, which is pretty popular. I know that one's always taken as well too. So basically the big four are always taken the second any of these hit the store shelves. But today I got the hack for you guys. How do you get 2023 Ultra Hots delivered right to your door without going through all the hustle and bustle, competing with all the collectors in your area, and have better odds at getting one of those 4 sought after casts from the Ultra Hots lineup? You actually just go right on target.com. As you guys can see, this is what I ordered about a week ago, so shipping was actually pretty quick from the time that I ordered. And I guess the one caveat is that target.com only lets you order 10 cars at a time, but again, because there's 2 sets, each set has 8 cars, so 16 cars total here for 2023, and then you figure there's 4 cars that are pretty highly sought after. I mean, the odds of getting 1 or 2 of those sought after forecasts, I feel like it's pretty good, right? It's no worse than the Hot Wheels Amazon black boxes, right? And at the end of the day, every car has Spectra Flames, so there's that. I mean, in all honesty, this is probably better than the Amazon black boxes, if you ask me. But let's get this cracked open so you guys can see with me just what the odds are of getting some of the sought after casts from Ultra Hots lineup. So right now, retail price for these cars is about $329, so $330. And secondary market, obviously there's a bit of an upcharge. So for being such a new release, I mean, anybody would agree. You just hate to pay anything beyond retail price for something that should technically be sitting on the store shelves. And again, I definitely appreciate that Target gives us this online option, which I don't know a lot of people know about. So actually just last year, 2022, they offered kind of the same deal online. I mean, you could definitely get them in stores, but they also did have an excess that were available online as well too. So I'm glad they continue to do that for 2023 as well. But as you guys can see, box is open and let's dig in. So just a quick count here, 10 cars. Let's go through these one by one just to see what the odds are and what the mix is for a limit of 10 from target.com. So first and foremost, let me just double check and make sure it is the correct 2023 lineup, and it definitely is. I'm not even looking at the date, I'm just looking at the cars in the 8 car set here. So Silvia S14 drift car, and then the Civic Si, so we know that is from 2023, so it's at least the right sets. We'll see if some of the other cars are the ones that have the Porsche in it, but this here is the kind of a Spectra Flame gray El Camino. Looks pretty good. It's got the Ultra Hot slots on it. Next up, we got the very tuned looking Pontiac Firebird 1970. Crazy graphics on the side there. Does have some dropping cars, guys, just like on the pegs. Does have some engine detail as well too, which is kind of neat. I guess I never really paid much attention to this cast. Looks like an old Larry Wood design. 1974 Brazilian Dodge Charger. Very bright paintwork here. Copper Spectra Flame. jump ahead a little bit here. Volkswagen SP2 in green with the ultra hot slots. We got 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner. Looks pretty good. Yellow Spectra Flame. What I'm impressed with is that we haven't gotten a lot of doubles, so at least that's good. Out of 16 cars, 2 ultra hot sets. Targets at least diversifying a little bit. Got a 1968 Mercury Cougar in red. This one's kind of different just because it actually has a number on the side, whereas the others, they don't. So interesting that they chose to put a number on that one. Or actually, yeah, that is odd. Alright, so this Shelby GT500 does have a number on it as well too. Maybe the Mustang guys know why. 6 is significant for the Shelby GT500 here. But looks pretty good nonetheless. In Spectra Flame Yellow. You got the Plymouth Barracuda. It's actually kind of similar in color to the El Camino. So different makers, but they chose the same Spectra Flame and basically the same color scheme from a deco standpoint as well too as the El Camino. Let me just double check what series this is. So this is, I believe this is the second release. Yeah, so this is the one with the Fairlady Z and the Porsche 934.5. So I believe this is the second set of cars here. So it doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason as to how they're packaging these cars in this box. It's basically a mix of both the first and second set for 2023. And then the last 2 cars, and we finally got a double. At least it's a good one. Honda Civic EM1. The SI silver ultra slots. I do like the color combination. Kind of got a Subaru vibe here with the blue and gold. But this is definitely one on my list, so kind of disappointed. I mean, of the 16 cars we could have got, no Porsche, no Nissan Z, no S14. But somehow we managed to get 2 Civics. So not terrible. Again, $329 a piece, so 10 cars. I paid about $35. I got free shipping. But is it worth it? I mean, if it's the difference between having these ultra hots and not having these ultra hots, I would say it's worth it. I mean, I can appreciate each one of these cars. I mean, they all look pretty good. I actually have some from 2022 as well, just kind of sitting in my loose car collection. So I don't mind it. It's worth the shot. Again, it's no different than the Amazon black boxes. But while I have you guys, let me just open one of these up. We can just take a look and highlight this Honda Civic EM1 just a little bit. Let me just double check which card looks a little bit better. I know you guys do the same thing, right? When you're choosing which card to open, you're looking for the better condition one to keep sealed. I'm thinking this one. It's got 2 ding corners here, so little word for the wise when it comes to opening your cars. But let's get right into it. EM1. I know these ultra hots for sure are very popular casts for wheel swaps and customizations, just because they already come with the Spectra Flame paint. No metal base, right? But it does look pretty good. It's got the spoiler. I believe this is the updated cast, if I'm not mistaken. The body kit is just a little bit more muted versus the original cast, which, let me go grab that real quick. Alright, so here it is. So again, quick little comparison on these casts. So you can see, I mean, they got rid of some of the indentations in the front bumper. The side skirts are, again, a little bit more muted. It's not so Wings West body kit. They just, I feel like they just put more Bondo all over the body kit, but nonetheless, it's still got the overall shape and definition. But I love this era of Hot Wheels. I love this era of JDM. I mean, again, the 90s going into the early 2000s, where body kits and huge vents in your car were still a thing. Obviously, giant spoilers. It's still one of my favorite casts growing up as well too. I just remember going to the store and picking off all of these Civic SIs just because it was a Civic, and that was before the JDM craze. But I love this car. I love the fact that it was all over every single sport compact magazine as well too, which just added to the hype, which just made me buy more and more of these. If you guys are having issues finding ultrahots on the pegs in the displays, you can definitely go on target.com and get yourself at least 10 cars and have a chance at getting some of the sought after cast here for 2023. Again, you can be the judge as far as if it's worth it or not. I mean, from a secondary market standpoint, I mean, this Civic is going for about $5. I know the S14 is going for about the same. It's about $5 to $6. And then with the second set for 2023, I know the Porsche is pretty pricey right now. It's sitting around the $10 to $12 range. And then the Nissan Z, surprisingly, it's kind of at the higher end, $9 to $10 right now on the secondary market. So, I mean, if you look at secondary prices and if you're going to buy those, I'd rather take a shot at just getting a 10 count from Target. Worst case, you're stuck with a bunch of Spectra Flame Premium main lines essentially, which isn't so bad. They look good and they display well. So that's what I got for you guys today. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little hack. Let me know if you've purchased any ultrahots, whether from the stores or target.com. Let me know your experience. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.